All right, hello. Uh, Today we're going to go through Basic CSS on FreeCodeCamp. And so yeah, let's just jump right into it. Go to the first lesson. All right, change the color of text. So here, all it wants us to do is change this H2 element. We want its text color to be red. And the way we do that is we do style equals and then color red. So H2 element, this one, we'll go style equals color red, and now it's red color. Run the test. I need a semicolon at the end. There we go. CSS selectors to style elements. All this is we use these style tags and then we put all of our style in there. So I'll just do that. Delete your H2 element and instead put CSS style block. Okay, delete this. Oh, element style attribute. Okay, so we'll delete that. And then we'll make a style block. Style / style. Okay, and then inside of this we'll do an H2 with color blue this time, like that. Now it's blue. It should work. Yep. Okay. Okay, so this time we want to use a CSS class to style the element, and the way that's done is putting a dot in front of the class name. So here we want to give our H2 element a class of red text. So we'll do class equals red text, red text, and then we'll inside of this style we'll go dot red text to select it, and then we are going to give it some red text, I'm guessing, so color red, and then yep, it overrides the H2. So here we just want to add another CSS class to another element. So since we already have this red text style defined, we can put that anywhere else that we want, and its text will become red, or whatever style is in that block of code right there. So if we do red text right here, it should turn that P element to red. Okay, so now we just want to change the font size of an element. So right here it's saying do it for all the P elements. We'll just change the font size like so to 16 pixels. And run that. Beautiful. Okay, now we want to set the font family of an element. So we're just going to go FontFamily, and that will be monospace, like so. Yep, monospace. There we go. Okay, so now we want to import a Google font. The way this is done is by putting a link at the top of the page. Usually this goes in your header section, but right here I guess we don't have a header section, so they just want to put it at the top, and now we can use this lobster font family, otherwise you wouldn't be able to use it. So now we want to change the H2 element to use that. H2 then. H2. And we'll put this over here, see if that works. Now I gotta put a... Okay, so specify how fonts should degrade. So this is just saying, like, if there's no Helvetica font, then it'll go to sans serif. And then if there's no sans serif, then it'll go to like the next one that's defined. So, okay. So monospace, like so. I can comment out with command / like that. Command Z to redo, to put comma. Okay. Okay, so size your images. Right here, we just want to make a class called smaller images. Smaller images, or smaller image that has a width of 100 pixels. And then, okay, so class equals smaller image, and yeah, there it's smaller. Okay, so now we want to add borders around our elements. So now we want to create a class called thick green border. So thick green border that has border color of green, solid. So we'll go green, and then we'll have it be solid, and it'll be 10 pixels wide. And then we want to add it to our image, I'm guessing. Apply that to your cat photo, yeah. So like that, and I'll get rid of this part. So now it has a thick green border around it. There we go. All right, now we want to add rounded corners with border radius. So under the thick green border, we'll go border radius, or border radius, and we'll put a radius of 10 pixels. And there, it rounded the corners off. Big circular images with border radius, we do 50% or more. It can be 50% or more than that, and it'll still give it a circular radius. So 50% here, now it's a circle. Background color to a div element. So here we want to make a silver background for our div element. So we're going to have a class called silver background, silver background, and it'll just have background color of silver, like that, and then we have to give that class to our div. Class equals silver background, and now it should have a silver background. Yep. Set the ID of an element. What an ID is, it's like a class, except it overrides the class. So it has precedence over classes. Pretty useful for if you want to override a class. So now we just want to give our form element the cat photo ID. Yeah, cat photo form ID. So ID cat photo form. Like so. Alright, use an ID attribute to style the element. So the way we select IDs is with a hashtag in front. So we just want to, I'll just grab this, and it says make the cat photo form a green background. So I'll just change this to cat photo form, and then yeah, green background for that. Okay, so adjust the padding of an element. Padding and margin are really important in CSS. Padding is how much space you have inside of an element. Margin is how much space is between elements. So for padding, we just want to make this blue box the same as the red box. It's pretty simple. We just make that 20, and then it's the same size. Now adjust the margin of an element. So margin is the space between them. So right now there's only a little bit of margin here compared to more margin here. So I'm guessing that's what we have to change. So change the margin of the blue box to match that of the red box. So margin 20. Pretty simple. Add a negative margin to an element. So this will basically make it wider. I don't really know. You probably negative margin, not super useful. So whatever. Okay, so add different padding to each side of an element. We do this with padding top, padding right, padding bottom, and padding left. There's also just a shorthand way of doing it, but I guess we want to do it this way first. So give the blue box some of this padding right here, basically. So I'll just copy that over, and then it says 40 pixels on its top and left side, but only 20 pixels on its bottom and right side, so it should be fine. Okay, add different margins to each side, so same thing as padding, same challenge basically as well, so I'll just copy and paste this right here. 40 pixels on top and left, yep, okay. Okay, use clockwise notation to specify the padding of an element. So this is like, it goes padding top, padding right, padding bottom, and then padding left when we do this. So this 10 pixels is padding top, then padding right, then padding bottom, padding left. So that's what we want to do here. That's what they specify right here. So I'll just copy and paste this right here. And if it's like any, oh, no, this time it switches it up. Top and left. Top and left. Okay, so this is 20 and this is 40. Top left. Okay. Okay, same thing, but with margin. So I'll just copy and paste this again. Let's see what they want for us now. Margin of 40 pixels on top and left. So top, left. So this is 20. That's left. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, use attribute selectors to style elements. So we can grab the attributes of an element like this, and then that will specify what style they have. So try to give the checkboxes margin of 10, top margin of 10 and bottom margin of 15. Okay, so our checkboxes have type checkbox. So yeah, we'll just go in here and then we'll go type equals checkbox, and then do the brackets and margin, top margin of 10 pixels. So, well, yeah, top margin, so 10 pixels, and then bottom margin of that, so 0, bottom of 15. So, yep, 15 pixels and then 0 again. See if that works. Yep. Okay, so understand absolute versus relative units. What this is saying is pixels are absolute units, so it'll always be that size if you use pixels. If you use M or Rem, then it's related to the size of, like the font size of your parent element. So that's pretty simple. Padding 1.5 EM. Like so. Okay, style the HTML body element. Everything has a body element, so even if we just have this in there and we don't have the body element actually in the markup, it still turns it black. Okay, inherit styles from the body element. So first create an h1 tag with hello world. Go hello world like so, /h1. And then we want to change this. It says to green. And then yeah, we can see it now. And then font family of monospace. So this will change the h1 to monospace. So yep, change the font. So, oh, color, not background color. Color. Okay, prioritize one style over another. So here we just want to make a class called pink text, and then we're going to add this to our h1 element, and it will have the color pink instead of green that it says right now. So if we just do class equals pink text, then it should get pink text. And there we go. Okay, override styles in subsequent CSS. So in this, we want to add another class called blue text, and then we're going to see which one has precedence. So we're going to have this one be blue, and then they're going to both be on the same h1 tag. So blue text, and then the blue text win. Okay, cool. Override class declarations by styling ID attributes. So here we're going to make a ID or a ID class. So this will be orange text, and it'll have color orange, I'm guessing. Yeah, color orange. Color orange. And then we're going to add the ID to this and see if it beats out the classes, which it will. So orange text. So classes or IDs beat out classes, and the second class takes precedence over the first class in the body, that is. Now we want to override class declarations with inline styles. So now we just want to make our style color white, h1 element white, by doing this. So we'll just do an inline style. So style equals, and then we'll go color of white, white. like that, and then it'll be white instead of the ID or class. Okay, override all other styles by using important. So if we put important next to this pink element, then it will take precedence over the white. So just doing this, important, there we go, and now it's pink. Okay, so now we want to use hex code for specific colors. Hex codes go red, green, blue. So the first two letters are how much red do you give it. The second two are how much green do you give it, and then the third is how much blue do you give it. So if they're all zeros, then it means give nothing to any of them, and then just turn it black basically. If it's all F's, then it's give everything to all of them, and then it becomes white. But then if you weight these differently, then it'll make different colors, and you can pretty much make any color with this. Okay, so yeah, now we want to use hex codes to make the actual colors. So we just want to match these up. So we want to put the Dodger blue one with the Dodger blue. So we'll go right here, all zeros. So yeah, so this is red, and then this is blue, right? And then orange, or blue, wait, no, green. Yeah, green. And then blue has the FF at the end, so. Oh, I need the red one, apparently. Oh, that's why. I think. There we go. So now we want to use abbreviated hex code. The way to do that is just each one is red, green, blue. So for the correct color statements, so red. So red, we want red. Yep, okay, cool. Okay, now we want to use RGB values to color elements. It's basically just like hex, except we actually like state RGB. And 255 is white and 0 is black. So instead of F and 0, it's 255 and 0. So RGB, we just want to change this to RGB, and then 0, 0, 0. And then it turns black. Cool. Now we want to use RGB to mix colors. So we'll just copy and paste these over. Yeah. This is pretty boring here. All right, there we go. All right, now we want to use CSS variables to change several elements at once. So in this Penguin class, we have these three variables denoted by these two dashes in front of them. Penguin skin, penguin belly, penguin beak, and then they're used like this, var, and then they have that. So now we want to change black to gray, gray to white, and yellow to something else. Black to gray, gray to white, and yellow to orange, and then it changes everything on the little picture here. All right, now we want to create a custom CSS variable, and we just want to do penguin skin gray. So I'll just copy and paste this here, and it should work. Okay, now we want to actually use the custom CSS variables. So it says to use penguin skin for these 4 classes instead of black. So I'll just put this into all of these, and then we'll see what it looks like after. So yeah, now everything's gray. Cool. Now we want to attach a fallback value to the CSS variable. The way we do that is just putting black at the end of the declaration of where you use it. So we want to add that to the penguin top, black fallback, and then to the penguin bottom, we want to have a black fallback as well. Black. And then there we go. Okay, so improve compatibility with browser fallbacks. So some browsers don't support this variable thing, so they want to have like fallback just before it. So in case it doesn't have that, it'll still be red. So inherit CSS variables. We can use this :root thing right here to define basically global variables. So I can just do penguin belly here, penguin penguin belly, and then give it a color of pink. So now the background is pink because we used it right here. I need a colon, semicolon. Okay, change a variable for a specific area. Here we want to, even though everything's pink, we want to change it to white. So the way we do that is we can just change the value of penguin belly here, and then override it basically. And there, now it's white. All right, now we want to use a media query to change a variable. This is very useful for responsive web designs. So right here, we want to change the penguin size. If the screen width is less than 350 pixels, then we want to change the penguin size. So we want to change it to a value of 200 pixels. And we want to change penguin skin as well. Penguin skin to black. And I also messed up on that. That should be penguin. There we go. So if we resize this, it'll change to black. There we go. And there we go. We completed the CSS portion of FreeCodeCamp. Next up, we're going to do Introduction to the Applied Visual Design Challenges. And we'll see what that's all about in the next video.